Hi guys, it's Beja Elise here, and welcome to a new segment where I just like to make these clips, talking to you guys about myself and about the things that's happening in the world, just different topics, my opinions, because I would like to connect with like-minded people. I have a passion for talking and for helping people, for helping others and for connecting with individuals like myself. Um, and so I'm inviting good frequencies into my space while also wanting to be, but also being invited into the space of other like-minded frequencies. So yeah, hi. All right, so let's get into our topic of the day. How to reinvent yourself as a mother, as a woman. How? You may be tired of the same cycle of things, okay? And I do not want to tear up, but I just relate so bad to this. Like, ugh, women, who are tired of being stuck in the same cycle of things. That means it may be your job. It may be relationships. It may be friendships. It may be your eating habits. It may just be bad habits in general. And I really, really relate to this because I have been under afflictions, and under these afflictions, I had to live my everyday life. And not only do I have to live my everyday life, but I have to succeed in my everyday life. And so I realized is in order for me to get through life, be successful in life, and just stay level headed, I have to do a lot of research. And luckily, you guys don't actually have to do the research. You know, you can rely on me to an extent to provide you what I found out. I've read books, I've watched videos, I've, taken notes, I've journaled for over a year, just throughout the months. I try to do every day. If not every day, I'll do every few days, every week. But I know for sure every month I'm journaling everything down. So in order to reinvent yourself, you have to understand the makeup of God. And for a very long time, I was lost. I was misguided. I was deceived. And what I realized is there are so many components to God, right? To source. And what they've done in this society is they've tried to describe him by splitting him up in all of these different ways. But in reality, God lives in us. So that means that we have all of the power. We are an emanation of God, source, eternal light. That is us, an emanation. And I did the research. You can do the research yourself. It's not about just believing what you see online. It's about actually putting in the work to do your research. You have to. A lot of people are caught up in saying cycles, so they don't actually have the time to dedicate to finding out the truth. And I want to get real good into religion a different day, but Once you understand that you are an emanation of God, then that means when you say be, it is. Now, what I've learned is that I have the power to control my own reality. If you are like being like me, you haven't sold out, and you are born of the people of the land. You are uh, indigenous in any kind of way, shape, or form. You are naturally born this way, a light being. Some people they sell out, some people they are not born that way. They are born as energy drainers or suckers or energy vampires. And there's nothing that I can do about that. I do have compassion for those kind of people because they didn't ask to be here and they didn't ask to be, in a position where the only way they can eat is through light beings. And you know what I mean? So I do have compassion for those kinds of people. And what I really want to go into is that power that you hold, those thoughts where it's like, oh, I should have listened to that. Should have listened to that first thought. That power, it gets much, much larger. Um, it gets to the point where you are, excuse me guys, like this is emotional for me because I didn't have anybody to tell me this. I had to go through a lot, a lot to get to this point, to be civil, to be compassionate, to be loving, to let go. It wasn't easy, but I always prevail. And so, yeah, you have powers. Let's just put it out there, okay? You have powers. If you don't utilize your powers, they will remain dormant. And it's so easy to access them. You have the ability to control your own reality, whatever whatever you want. You don't need anyone else. I promise you, you don't need anyone else to achieve it. All you need is you, and all you need is your belief system. Very easy. Now, that girl that you want to be, that girl, I don't know, is she rich? Is she powerful? Is she beautiful? Is she confident? That girl, you are already her. If you know about the quantum field, then you know that the version of you that you want to be already exists. So that means that you have to physically, in this time, be her, and everything that she has will come to you at the right time, in the right moment, and the universe will speak to you, which is the quantum field. Now, some key things that you need to know is that the universe is a 360 mirror. So whatever you do, whatever happens to you, whatever you get angry about, is a reflection of something that inside of you. So you have to be very careful not to get angry, not to control your emotions, to heal your wounds. You have to take care of yourself while you're also turning and evolving into this person that you want to be. You can't just say, okay, I want 60 cars and a Birkin and two penthouses, and then you just sit there. You have to do the work. And you also have to do your research. Don't just. So, what have I been doing to do this? How has it shown up in my life? Well, We're gonna start with doing your research, okay? Number two, you have to know. You have to know, literally. I know I'm rich. I know I'm successful. I know I'm beautiful. I fucking know that that feeling in your core when you speak those words that controls you. That controls your reality. Don't ever speak negatively about yourself. That's the quickest way to go backwards, to reverse all the good that you've done. You've done all this good work. Speaking negatively about yourself literally reverses all of the good thoughts and affirmations that you've already poured into reality. Don't think negatively about yourself. Don't speak negatively about yourself. Ever. It's a practice. So it's gonna take you time to get used to doing that. But that's literally the first thing that you have to do is get used to always speaking positivity into yourself in every moment, in every situation, in every challenge, in every obstacle. That's where it begins. I know that I did that. You also have to express your emotions. Express them. Right now, I'm feeling like this because of this. You check in with yourself. Check in with your emotions. You can do it at the end of the day, and you can do it right when you're having those emotions. Yeah. Please, if you want to really reinvent yourself, start by speaking life into yourself and to others, especially your children if you have them. It can get challenging when it comes to, those hard times. It can be a little challenging, but just staying positive will really change your reality 100%. I can go over a few things that's changed for me, but I really want to show you guys, like, I want to get through all of the things that first I think you should work on is really writing things down. Yes, journaling. It seems so elementary, right? But what you guys fail to realize is our inner child is the true emanation of God. Us growing up and being affected by the worldly views of society, of school, all of these things affect our inner child. When we're children, that is the closest to God that we can ever be. So we have to connect with our inner child and heal our inner child in order to fully receive our inner wisdom. This works. Now, there's many different ways that you can journal. You can use your laptop and just open the app, a journaling app, agenda app, or you can actually write it down. Get you a journal, write it down. Choose some cute colors to write with. Really be creative. Express yourself. And what I do is I make sure that I do a journal every month. And on as long as it's every month, it's always consistent. But the more that I journal, the more it just depends on what's happening in my life. If I have a lot going on, I might journal less. If I have not much going on, but significant things going on, I might journal more. So I do like to journal every day. And I also like to read. Reading is fundamental. So journaling. It's very, very important. Make sure you write down some affirmations. Look in the mirror. The mirror is a portal. Every time you look in the mirror, what do you see? Your reflection. So speak into your reflection good things, good affirmations. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, Meditating. Meditating is a form of, to me, prayer is different now. Prayer isn't me asking God, God, please. No. Prayer is actually meant to be affirming everything that you want. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am strength. You don't ask, you already are. And never forget that. Um, Now, you also need to put into perspective what this person that it's like that saying, what would Jesus do? What would the person that you want to be do in every situation? If I know that I am this very wealthy, successful woman who is healed and lovely, right? What would I do when someone disrespects me? What would I do? What would she do? Right? That's how you have to kind of put things in like perspective. That's how you have to visualize everything and go through life. Then you will only make choices that this kind of person makes. So do it always. This is how you reinvent yourself. Literally, I've done it. And so now I have done a lot of research, and research means reading. I told you guys I do love reading, but reading these self-healing books, reading these books that have ancient history, reading these books that have um just different kinds of knowledge that helps you will change your perspective. If you want to hide something important, you put it in a book. That's where all the knowledge is. So the number one thing that we've learned today is speak positive, write down your life, be the person who you want to be. And be patient with yourself. Really, be patient with yourself. This is a practice. This is not something that if you can master it in a day, I commend you. Um, I do. I also have a routine of spiritual or esoteric things that I like to do daily to cleanse my aura, to make sure I'm ready for the day, to make sure I'm prepared, to make sure I'm protected. So I want to give you guys a little list of what I do. Take a lot to change your life. But if you keep talking negatively about yourself, if you keep letting small things bother you, if you keep hanging around the same people in these negative environments, dwelling in low vibrational frequencies, no, it's not going to happen for you. It's not. You need to isolate just a little bit. Get yourself together. Take the time out for yourself. Those moments where you're doom scrolling, that's why they call it doom scrolling, because it leads to your doom. You have no time to work on yourself because you're too busy scrolling, worried about something else that doesn't even matter. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't pay you. I read books that make sense. I can, go over my routine. So, I do a crystal bath. Don't know what that is? Do your research. I do 0 point energy visualization. That is, oh, that's powerful. Don't know what that is? Do your research. I meditate, which is equivalent to prayer. I do my affirmations in the mirror and also while I'm doing my crystal bath. I journal. I do yoga because yoga targets the mind, body, and spirit, and we need all three to be balanced. I do my research. I also smudge. And that is basically try these things at home. Try these things now. Write down like the emotions you felt today. Write down why they made you feel that way. Like these things will really help you become the person you want to be. Write down, change your routine. And if you are still in the phase of like, hey, I have to work every day, how do I have time to do this and do that? I understand. I completely do. But if you have time to be on your phone after work, that's your relaxation time on your phone. Take the time out and do some research. Make a list of things that you want to do, and every day do one thing from that list. Just try this at home, literally. And I know it will. So Mother's Day weekend came, and I didn't have to open up my mouth for a thing. Literally everything that I thought, anything that I needed, anything that I wanted, I got it. Literally. Prime example. I go, before I leave the house, I'm like, I'm gonna have fun. And I meant it in my core. As soon as I leave the house, I see 000. That number aligned with what's going on in my life right now. So I was so happy about that. I got there, I paid my parking, and I said, you know what? I'm a rich girl. I'm rich. I'm just gonna go ahead and pay for this measly parking right here. Because $20 for parking, I don't know, on a Sunday, that's kind of stiff. Okay, I can see 15, but whatever. Um, so I meet an old promoter of mine. He used to book me for parties and stuff, and then we just kind of went our separate ways. Because I was just like, you know what? I don't know. It's like, it's a lot. It's asking a lot of me because I don't really go out like that. And so we went our separate ways, but I met him and uh turns out he didn't even realize it was me. But once he found out it was me, it was just a breeze. I got everything free. I got all of my drinks free, water free. They had bottled water, so the water was like $7. Water free, section free. I'm dancing. I'm coming out of my element because usually I'm really shy when I go out. When I do go out, I'm shy and I don't usually dance. But I was participating, and so it was a lot of fun. So now we're lit, like lit. Okay, I got everything. I wanted hookah. I don't smoke hookah, but this time I was like, you know what? I want to get me a hookah. Hookah free. I met some girls. My lace was coming up. I was just like, oh, it's just, what am I going to do? I'm like, well, because it was raining. So met some girls in the bathroom and she's like, oh, we have some Evan spray right in the car. You want some? I'm like, yes, absolutely. So boom, they had the lace band for me. They had the spray. I was able to fix my hair. I get back to the party. We're dancing, we're mingling. And then I was like, damn, I should have brought some mints or some gum because I didn't eat all day. And I didn't want my breath to be like not ate all day kind of breath. And so I'm like, oh, I wish I had some gum. Boom, out of nowhere, the girl that I met, she had gum. And she just passed it around to all of us, and I'm just like, yes, clock it. Then I meet some cute girls, and like they're just gorgeous. It's like we were all thinking the same thing. We're all gorgeous. Like, oh my gosh, like it was just so tea. And then I was like, dang, I should have, time is just going by. I'm enjoying myself. I was like, oh, I wish my song come on, like one of my songs I know. Boom, favorite song came on. Right? Then I'm like, okay, everything is fun. I'm having a great time. And so I I'm like, dang, I wish I had somebody to take me some pictures. Lo and behold, I go to the bathroom. It's a female photographer in there. And she's just like, oh, I said, I like your swag. She's like, I like. And so I'm just like, I'm literally manifesting instantly, like in real time. Everything that I wanted, I got everything that I know, like everything, like literally. And I am usually in the house. So these things don't usually get to happen and occur because I'm in the house. But when you go out into the world interacts with you by providing you what you want because of all of the things that I do. All of these things have helped me get to this point. And I'm only going up. I'm always going up and I'm only going up. So for this to be the beginning video, it's like it's gonna be so nostalgic, like when I'm having all of my and I'm not over exaggerating, you guys. Like this literally happened the way that I'm saying that it happened. So that's how you reinvent your life. You take out the time to work on yourself. You do these things that are ancient practices and you do it consistently and you believe in yourself and you speak from here. You speak from your core. You have to know that little ounce of doubt will fuck you up. You have to know I've been her. Excuse me. That be delusional. Be delusional with who you are because you're already her. You don't have the Porsche right now, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm her. I'm the one with the Porsche though. Right? This is the end of the video. I hope everything that I spoke about hope. Hope is also another one of those doubting words. I know everything that I said today will resonate with those who it's meant for. And I invite others into my space who are like minded, who are compassionate, who are healing, who are on their journey through life and need that ounce, that little bit of push, you know, and need that affirmation and that confirmation, and want the knowledge. Before I leave, always make sure you do your research.